a few minutes, then start the class. You sit straight. First, deep exhalation, followed by inhalation as long as possible. Retain your breath and exhale consciously. And during all this process, focus on the breath. Don't allow the mind to wander anywhere. Only switch on cameras when you are not camera on. Okay. So, by this process of focused pranayama, one should first quieten the mind, also relax the entire physical body. The body should be fully relaxed, and the mind should not have any other agitations. And when the mind is calm, Upanishad mantra advises that you do dhyanam on the supreme principle, Brahma Tattvam, after learning from a traditional teacher of Vedanta. Sarvam khalvidam brahma tat jalaniti shanta upasita. So, shanta upasita. Mind has to be calm. Then only you should do dhyanam as what? Sarvam khalvidam brahma. On the Brahma Tattvam, on the supreme principle, which is the nature of pure consciousness, absolute existence, absolute bliss, Satchitananda Swarupam. As Sarvam Khalu Idam. Everything verily around you is Brahman, that is the only reality. And this supreme reality is the substratum from which the universe emerges, sustains, and dissolves. That's why Tat Jalan. That Jalan I explained earlier. Now, the same supreme consciousness, which is all pervading, is also pointed as being very, very close to you. In fact, your own innermost self as Atmaswarupam, which is responsible for all the cognitions that are happening within you. So the mantra, Upanishad mantra says wonderfully, Pratibodha viditam matam amritatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate amritam bodham bodham pratibodham. So though all three are not different from each other, Sat, Chit and Anantam, this mantra points out to the Chit Swarupam, the consciousness principle through which cognition happens. Bodham is cognition, and that happens because of Chaitanyam, the consciousness principle present in us. As long as it is there, all functions happen. So we forget, we take it for granted. The presence of consciousness in us, which is responsible for all the cognition, bodham, bodham, pratibodham, viditam, matam. So when you pierce through all the objects, sense objects, and understand the one principle through which all the cognition happens, you will be able to arrive at the consciousness principle. And this is pointed out as a supreme Brahma Tattvam, bodham, bodham, pratibodham, pratibodha viditam matam. Understand that very clearly, doubtless knowledge. And this doubtless knowledge, amritatvam hi vindate, bestows immortality. Knowledge of reality bestows immortality. Atmana vindate viryam. This Atma Jnanam makes you immune to all the happenings around you. So you get special mental strength to face any so-called adversities that happen in your life. Life is never smooth, goes through ups and downs. Only solution is Atma Jnanam. Atmana vindate viryam. Vidyaya vindate amritam. This Brahma Jnanam, when internalized, you transform to a Brahmanishtha. It ensures you attain immortality. So, what is the process to get this absolute knowledge, Brahma Jnanam? Let's study through the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Hari Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighnem Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतं वन्दे भगवन्तो पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः अपार करुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्महम् ॐ all of it chant यं ब्रह्मा loudly यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः Now the 6 shlokas followed by the 5 shlokas. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Teshamevanukampartham ahamajnanajam tamaha नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानम् प्रकाशयति तत्परम् यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः. Continuing. श्रीभगवानुवाच दैवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं महाम्यहम् मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. So what is the final solution? प्रपंचो यदि विद्येत निवर्तेत न संशयः मायामात्रमिदं द्वैतम् अद्वैतं परमार्थतः. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता दशमोऽध्यायः विभूति योगः. ओम नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अंडमं व्यक्त संभवम् अंडस्यान्तस्ति मे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी. ओम. Shloka number 12 and 13 together, which we learned in the last class. Shri Arjuna Uvacha Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Vibhum Ahustvam Rishayas Sarve Devarshir Naradastatha Asito Devalo Vyasaha Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardum Swagatam. Hearty welcome to the next session on the 10th chapter. What is the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita called as Vibhuti Yoga? The glorious chapter which in the second part of the 10th chapter elucidates the various aspects of the supreme principle which you can cognize and connect. So Arjuna is coming to that point. So far, what is the development of the 10th chapter? Bhagavan has explained the true nature of the Supreme. What is the true nature of the Supreme? There are two aspects of Ishvara Tattvam. What are they? Brahman and Maya Tattvam. Brahma Tattvam is the only reality, which is of the nature of Sat, Chit, Anandam. Maya Tattvam, fundamental matter principle, manifests in various forms as living and non-living beings. And Bhagavan is saying that be careful, don't get caught up with the matter principle too much. It is required only for Vyavaharam. So, all of you note down Vyavaharika Satyam and Paramarthika Satyam. Vyavaharika Satyam is what you are dealing with on a continuous day-to-day basis. And because our mind is totally caught up in all the activities, all the thoughts, all the emotions, all the reactions, yes or no, our mind tends to react to situations around, and it will also act, react. So you get something, get out of something. So keep on. This is what we do from very early days in our life till the last breath. And so this Maya, matter principle, shields the supreme truth. We don't even realize that there is supreme conscious principle. It's also the nature of pure existence, pure bliss, which is your true nature, because of which everything happening. That is the greatest wonder. See, what happens is we forget the real reason for our existence and all our actions and thoughts. Again, correct? This is what is called Maya, greatest Maya Tattvam. So Bhagavan said, be careful. And so once you start this process and you are very, very dedicated to this, Bhagavan says that for the people who are very dedicated to understanding supreme truth, what does Bhagavan do? You know by now the meaning of that shloka. Tesham evana kampartham aham jam tamaha nashayam yatma bhavastaha nashayami atma bhavastaha jnanadipena bhaswatha. The final destruction of what? That ignorance which continues to be overpowered by Maya. Is Maya powerful or is it weak? Tell me. You think the world, entire effect of the world, is it powerful or is it very weak? If you just blow it, it will go away. Huh? Very, very powerful. Yes, everybody is saying. Understand. So, Devi Shesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratya. Very difficult to cross over. So, be dedicated to study Vedanta Shastras again and again, in spite of reiterating many times. When situations are there, the world, you're not able to be established in the supreme reality and face the consequence of whatever happens. So that will happen by constant dedication to karma yoga, upasana. And once you have come to a stage in life, and what? Punya pape vidhuya. So na punyam na papam. When you come to the stage of zero balance, Bhagavan himself will make sure the final what? Maya is totally destroyed by Bhagavan himself lighting the lamp of knowledge. Please understand, Bhagavan will take control in the final stage. So, having heard all these things, Arjuna wants to tell Bhagavan, Krishna, that I'm hearing all this, but anyway, these are all what? Light of knowledge, whatever, the lamp of knowledge in the mind, who knows? I want to really see the greatness of Bhagavan manifesting in the universe. And so that is the final goal of Arjuna in this particular context. And so before that, he wants to, what I told you, butter. He's buttering Bhagavan. And what is he saying? He calls out Bhagavan through all the what? Called stuti, praiseworthy words. That what? Hey Bhagavan, hey Krishna, you are Sakshat Supreme Brahman. See, now look at the contradiction. He says Krishna is Supreme Brahman. But what Bhagavan is saying is not listening. Our understanding? We don't even think about this. We study Bhagavad Gita properly. He says that what? Lord Krishna is Supreme Brahman. So, when Supreme Brahma Tattva is appearing in front of you and saying something, will you listen? It's also our predicament. That's what some people say. Even if Bhagavan comes in front of them and tells them, they will not listen. They will not change. They will do whatever they are doing. So powerful is our nature. So that Prakriti, the nature of ours. So Bhagavan says, no, somewhere else. Na kartritvam na karmani lokasya srijati prabhu na karma phala samyogam swabhavastu pravartate. Swabhava, the nature is so powerful. We will seemingly hear. So if Bhagavan is not physically present, some great person says something, we will give a hearing. Sometimes Ayaram, Gayaram, but we will never ever want to follow or change. So anyway, Arjuna is saying you're supreme Brahman, you're supreme light, you are supremely holy. That means what? Greatest purifier. Pavitranam, pavitramyo, mangalanam, chamangalam, all those things. And so he also says, not only I am saying, but also the great rishis are saying. What are the different types of rishis? Note down. They are rishis, maharishis, dev rishis, and brahma rishis. And if you're not camera on, turn camera, all of you. Okay. So, one of the example of dev rishi is what? Narada. You all know. Even Narada is saying that all this, your supreme Brahman, your supreme light, and all those things. Similarly, Asita Devala. There are two versions. One version says both are one and the same. Another version says both are different. Anyway, Acharya Shankara says Asitaha Devalaha. Two separate. So let us keep it as two separate. They are rishis. So they don't belong to Maharishis or Brahma Rishis or Deva Rishis. They are pretty much in the Bhulokam. And Vyasa. You all know Vedam Vyasa or not? Huh? What is the greatest contribution of Vedam Vyasa? Innumerable. You cannot even point out as one. Okay. First, organizing the Vedas into four and all those things. So many things. You'll know more about Vyasa later. It's going to come in this chapter itself. So, they all speak of you, hey Bhagavan, hey Krishna, as what? The self of all. So please understand, Bhagavan is not a physical aspect with Nama Rupa. If Bhagavan was a physical aspect as Krishna, can he be inside everybody? Krishna, 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 Krishna. There is a group which is totally misconstrued, misunderstood, misinterpreted, and spread the false information far and wide. And that is the power of Maya. People don't even think. They blindly listen to all these things and fall in a trap. So here, self of all, pure consciousness principle, Bhagavan is Shuddha Chaitanyam. Vishayam Shuddha Chaitanyam. So Bhagavan is pure consciousness of all, eternal. So always, ever existing and divine. Please understand. It is not some empty logic. And the cause of everything, the God of all gods, the primary God. And this supreme principle is a causeless cause. And there is no cause for the supreme. That means what? There is no birth. Birthless principle, all that we have seen earlier, yes or no? The initial part of the 10th chapter. Are you look at the ebook? That's why I say download the ebook for revision quickly. You can go and see the initial pages. So Arjuna is intelligently pointing out all those things what Bhagavan himself told earlier, and also puts all the rishis' names in between. And finally he says, what? You're all pervading, and all these aspects you're also telling. As if Bhagavan is telling him. So this is how he starts by praising Bhagavan. So what is the method to get information from somebody? First, what you should do? You should first praise them. So there is a story in Kumara Sambhavam, right? There was this, Kama Devata, he was supposed to be commissioned to go and disturb the what? The tapas of Rameshwara. So Indra praises him like anything. Indra normally doesn't praise anybody because he wants something from that. You all know the story, right? No? What? Subramanya Swami should be born, he will go and kill the Asuras, then only he can be peaceful. So you see what he does? He say in Kannada, Bali Pashu. Bali Pashu Madokke He prepared somebody. So what did he do first? He praised. And Kamadeva got what? Lost in the praise. So be careful. Never get lost in somebody praising you. You are Indran, you are Chandran, you are what? Bhuloka, Sri Ramachandra, all that they'll praise. Be careful. You know yourself correctly and be in reality. So Bhagavan is not shaken by all these things, but it is our duty to praise Bhagavan. So fine. Arjuna's statements are valid in this context. PBA is done for this. Can somebody confirm? Not done. Okay. Arjuna vacha param brahma param dhama. These two words, param dhama or two words. So param dhama, they say, no, all this Puranikas, Puranikas, it's param dhama, param brahma, param dhama, pavitram, paramam bhavan, purusham, shashvatam, divyam, adidevam, ajam, vibhum. These are all the wonderful words through which you can definitely do Stutya Bhagavan. You can also say, not only Arjuna, you can also chant these slokas every day. Then Ahuhu Tvam. Now be careful. Ahuhu Tvam Rishayaha Sarve Devarshihi. Easy or not? Slowly able to understand, right? Wherever Rakaram comes, no, Visarga can be used to separate. Devarshihi Naradaha Tatha. The half Sakaram and Rakaram will help you identify Visarga in between. Okay. Devarshihi Naradaha Tatha Asitaha Devalaha Vyasaha Swayam Cha Eva Bravishi Me. Clear? No? More alert now. Let's look at Anvaya. Arjunaha vacha Bhavan. So this is a way to address respectfully somebody. Tvam is singular. Bhavan. Bhavan is respectfully you. Okay, Bhavan. Arjunaha vacha. Where is Bhavan? Where is Bhavan in this sloka number 12? The last word in the first line, second padam. So make sure you put one there. Okay, Bhavan Param Brahma. Two words. So Bhavan Param Brahma Param Dhama Paramam Pavitram. See, in all these Paramam, superlative. So for Bhagavan, everything should be superlative. Whatever you give to Bhagavan also should be superlative. Don't give old things, things to Bhagavan. So, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Paramam Pavitram. Next, one group. Then next, Sarve Rishayaha Devarshihi Naradaha Asitaha Devalaha Tatha Vyasaha. Second group. Clear? Next. Ahuhu Tvam Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum. Third group. Clear? Then Swayam Cha Eva Bravishi Me. Clear? Is it becoming easier now or getting more difficult? Padavibhaganmaya. Should be easy. Slowly, once you understand this method, then I want me to repeat. Okay. Arjuna vacha Bhavan Param Brahma. Very clear, no? Should we go? Last word is Bhavan, number 1. Param Brahma. I'll start in the beginning. 2, 3. Param Dhama. 3, 4. Paramam Pavitram. Pavitram Param. So 5, 6. Clear? So far clear? Yes or no? Now intermediate you say no, that then when I do fully you say difficult. Okay, fine. Next. Second group I told you. Sarve Rishayaha, because it goes through to the next sloka. You're finding it difficult. That's why it's a pair sloka. You understood? Sarve Rishayaha you will not find in the Sloka number 12. You will find in the next sloka. Sarve Rishayaha. Did you find Sarve Rishayaha? How? Ahuhu Tvam Rishayaha Sarve. From that Sarve Rishayaha. Then Devarshihi. Immediately next to it. Naradaha. Clear? Then Asitaha. Go down. Third padam of the 13th sloka. Difficult or easy? I think it should be easy, right? Asitaha. Devalaha. Tatha Vyasaha. Tatha, where is Tatha? Devarshir Naradas Tatha. That Tatha should be brought here. Tatha Vyasaha. So far clear. Second stage. Stage wise. Just like no rocket propulsion to the space. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. We have to work so hard. Should be dedicated. When dedicated becomes very, very easy. Huh? Third stage. No, so third stage now. Only the module will start going up. So Ahuhu Tvam Purusham. Ahuhu Tvam. Very clear. 13th shloka, first two words. Ahuhu Tvam. Now go back to the previous shloka. Write down. If you are not finding it easy, write down shloka, care of shloka number 12. All the words. Purusham, Shashvatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam, Vibhum. Clear? Yes or no? Third stage is clear, no? Fourth stage is launched into the space. The satellite is launched. And so, fourth stage is Swayam Cha Eva Bravishi Me. So, as if Bhagawan is there in the space and telling, he says, you are also telling me. Clear, huh? Abba. Okay, good. Now, look at the meaning. Arjunaha Uvacha. See? Just about 4 days, 5 days before only we did Sunday. Keep on brushing our brain. Sharpen the saw, they say, no? Shastra Vicharam should be connected. If you're connected continuously, it's very easy. So, no problem. Anyway, as I tell you, open the book here, close it here, but pay attention while you are studying. Don't allow your mind to wander. Then easily you can grasp everything. Arjunaha Uvacha. So, now who has started? So Bhagavan has stopped. Bhagavan said, I will light the lamp of knowledge. Jnanadipena bhasvata. Bhagavan said, I will do my job. So became silent. So Arjuna wanted. That means what? Arjuna didn't want the lamp of knowledge. Can you see now? If he was intelligent, what should he have told you? Tell me. Imagine. Bhagavan is saying, Tesham evanu kampartham ahamajnana jamtamaha nashayam nyatma bhavastaha Jnanadipena bhasvata. So Arjuna had told Bhagavan, please light the lamp of knowledge so I get jnanam and beat this maya, overcome everything. Did he say that? It means what? Nah. They say in Kannada, ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಗುಣ ಸುಟ್ರು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. Whatever is born with us will not go away so easily. Even if Bhagavan is present in front of us, it will not change. So he starts his Bhavan. Bhavan means respectfully yourself. In English, sometimes we say, what? His Highness, His Holiness, right? You, Your Holiness or Your Highness. Bhavan, you with Y capital. Sometimes you put capital Y so that you give respect. Yes or no? You can put capital H to give respect, right? English is a very strange language, very difficult to get, respectful words. That's why Mahans don't normally speak in English, even though they know English. Bhavan, so Your Highness, you are Param Brahma, Supreme Brahman. So, if you wanted any proof that Krishna Paramatma is Sakshat Supreme Brahman, where should you go? Quickly. Arjuna has told in chapter number 10, what? Sloka number 12. So, Param Brahma. So, real nature of Krishna Paramatma is not name and form. What is Brahman? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. I told you one sloka earlier. Tasmai mokshatmane namaha. Forgotten? Huh? Write down. Apunya punyo parame. Yam punarbhava nirbhayaha. Shanta sannyasino yanti. Tasmai mokshatmane namaha. Forgotten. That same mokshatmane is what? Param Brahma. So he says, Advaita says, you are Param Brahman. Brahman is the root. Brahma is Prathama Ekavachana. Param Brahma. Param Dhama. Dhama has two meanings. Dhama means also light. Dhama also the abode. The supreme abode, the final abode of all beings, because from there only everything emerges. Param Dhama. Then Paramam Pavitram. Pavitram itself means holy. So many things are holy in the world, right? To give holiness or to give the purity to the pure entities, you need Bhagavan's name. Clear? That's why, what is the sloka? Pavitranam pavitramyo mangalanam cha mangalam. So normally when you start any puja or even sandhya vandanam, they're all chanting. Apavitra pavitro va sarva avasthan gatopi va yasmarete pundari kaksham. You have to remember Lord. Tabahya abhyantara stihi. Then only what happens? Your external, internal factors get purified. So, paramam pavitram, supremely holy. That means what? That supreme principle which gives purity, holiness, other things is Supreme Brahman, that is Bhagavan, Paramam Pavitram. So, first group. So, you are Supreme Brahman, you are the Supreme Light, Supreme Abode, Supremely Holy. So, this is what Arjuna is saying. He also wants to say, I am not saying on my own. Sarve Rishayaha, Bhagavachana. All sages. So, what do sages do? Sages have no other job, right? Other than always focusing Supreme. Their goal is to attain the Supreme. So, Rishi, write down. Rishi means mantra drashta. Technical word. Who focus on the Supreme Principle, and when they do deep tapas, they cognize all the Veda mantras. Rishi is a person who has cognized the mantras present in the atmosphere. Rishi, that's what I told you. What is the meaning of Rishi? Rishi means mantra drashta. Sarve rishayaha. And what all the mantras point to? What for all the mantras they are trying to cognize? Sarve vedaha yat padamamananti tapamsi sarvam nijayat padanti edichanto brahmacharyam charanti. So Kathopradesh is going to come. We're going to learn all that. Okay, Sarve Vedaha Yat Padam Amananti. All the mantras are finally the goal of all the mantras to reveal the Supreme. That's why the Rishis focus on mantra. Sarve Rishayaha. All the sages. Some sages example has to give. No, just by saying sages is not enough, right? Devarshihi Naradaha. One thing is very clear. Narada is a well-known Devarishi. Devarishi means what? Who is both a Deva and a Rishi. He can go to Devaloka, Bhuloka, Asuraloka, all lokas he can go. Without any visa, no ticket, no plane, just like that. Mansal Ankondra, he can land up there. How nice it will be. If you want to do sightseeing, many people are thinking, why should it not be Narada? Whether it be done a lot of tapas, then only you can become Narada. Okay. Freely you can go everywhere and create all kinds of wonderful situations. So, Naradaha, special title, Devarshihi Naradaha. Can you see the word Deva in the word Devarshihi? Devarshihi Naradaha. Then Asitaha, Devalaha, Asitaha was a Rishi, Devalaha was a Rishi. They all come in Mahabharata. Okay. Some people say both are the same. Some people say that both are different. So this is not very important. So Acharya Shankara also sometimes see when Acharya Shankara doesn't write much of commentary, just take it, whatever he's saying. Asitaha, they will have two separate as per Shankara. Tatha Vyasaha and Vedam Vyasa. You all should know Vedam Vyasa. When you come to that later, I will explain more detail. If at all today we are having some sense of dharma, something you are following, all that should go to, we should revere, sage Vedam Vyasa. So, all these rishis, now third group, what do they do? Ahuhu tvam. Ahuhu means speak. Write down. Ahu means ahahaha. In Sanskrit, ahuhu means speak. Tvam. See now, suddenly Bhavan has become tvam. So, tvam means what? Speak of you. Of you. Shashti. Ahu tvam. What? As what now? Look at the list. Purusham. Purusham means what? Supreme self-residing in everybody. Purusha evedagum sarvam yat bhutam yat bhavyam. Little bit if you stop and try and analyze the meaning. Idam sarvam purusha eva. Purusha evedagum sarvam yat bhutam. Bhutam means what? Should be sharp a bit. Bhutam na bhutam deva na. Bhuta means what? No. Yadbhut. In this context, when bhavyam comes, bhutam means past. Bhutakalam. Bhavyam, the future. Okay. So Purusham, self of all, and so Shashvatam. Yadbhutam mityabhavyam. Utamritatvaseshanaha. Then I'll take meaning of Purusha Suktam. So anyway, later. Shashvatam, eternal. Divyam, divine, the most divine, the one which gives divinity to divine beings, most divine. Adi Devam. Adi Devam means what? Adi means what? Supreme, primary. Devam, God. Primary God. Clear? Costless cost, the first God. Adi Devam. Ajam. Ajam means what? Birthless. All these words you pick up. How to learn Sanskrit? The only way to learn Sanskrit is by studying Shastra systematically like this. Otherwise, people think that going to some Sanskrit course or something, you'll learn Sanskrit. See, I have worked in Japan for a number of years. Now, what they say in a NRS, they all try and learn English for 5, 6, 8, 10 years. They say they're not able to make any progress because they're not able to use it in their daily life. When a Japanese means another Japanese, they speak only in Japanese, they don't speak in English. So the only way, unless you're connected with the language continuously, you cannot develop the language. Yes or no? Or Madhu Harish, correct? No? So like that, be connected with Shastras. When you study all this, what? Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutras. Look at the words, understand them. Okay. So Shashpatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam. Ajam means birthless. Okay. And Vibhum. Vibhum. Vibhum, two meanings. Glorious, all pervading, Vibhum. Now this is the third group. Fourth group, what? Swayam cha eva. Swayam, you also. Swayam eva also. You are also. Bravishi, telling, Kriyapadam. Okay. So Bravishi, telling, me. What? In bracket the same. Clear? Huh? Now continuing. Arjuna, sloka 14. Huh? Arjuna uvacha sarvametadritam manye yanmam vadasi keshava nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidurdevana danavaha.
अर्जुन उवाच सर्वमेतद्धृतं मन्ये यन्मां वदसि केशव न हि ते भगवन् व्यक्तिं विदुर्देवान दानवाः.
Very good. Shri Arjuna uvacha sarvametandritam manye yanmam vadasi keshava nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidurdevana danavaha. Om shanti shanti shanti. So now Arjuna is saying, I definitely agree with all these statements, all these words, all these epithets, all these glorious words mentioning about you. I consider all this that you are saying also to be true. So, at least for namesake, no, you should tell somebody saying something. I agree, definitely. He'll say no that. Arjuna is saying all this is true because when you are saying it has to be true, because why earlier Bhagavan himself was told neither the gods, and Arjuna wants to add his own. Look at him because his mind is not still confused. Says neither the gods nor the demons. Why should he bring demon here? Neither the gods nor the demons know your manifestation. Do not know. See, maybe he wanted to. He suddenly thought about all the avatars. Up to Sri Ramachandra Avatara, he thought they didn't know, right? Did Ravana know Rama was Avatara of the Supreme? Similarly, all case, right? So he also wanted to add his intelligence. She wants to use intelligence. So he said, even the demons did not know your manifestation. So Bhagavan, please understand, when he manifests as even a human being or somebody, we will not be able to recognize. Why? Only a pure soul can recognize the divine, even if the divine appears. Otherwise, what you will say? You put some vesham and come. So I will not agree. Again, in the philosophical journey, there are people who are called as Tarka Nyaya. For them, everything is only logic. They will not accept anything. They will not even accept certain aspects of the Vedas. So for them, there is no what Ishvara will come physically. So, Rama Subbu, ஒரு உபன்யாசம் மகாசனம் சொன்னார். So even if Ishvara comes in front of them, the Nyaya, Tarka Nyaya people, Sheshaka people, they will say, no, 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 no. My logic says that you cannot be physically present, so I will not accept your Ishvara. Like that. So demons never could understand the manifestations. So gods also sometimes they don't understand. Gods will go and only ask for what? Please somehow go and demolish the demon. That's all they want. Nothing else. Gods are very selfish. Please understand. So, so nobody understands your manifestation. Now what is it coming? Slowly you see, from buttering has come to something else. What you have manifested many times and people have not recognized your manifestations. That means what? Let me see whether you're understanding. What is Arjuna coming to? Arjuna wants Bhagavan to explain his manifestations. Are you getting the point? So all the preparations are being done. If you want to make a very good meal, lot of preparation is required. Suddenly it will not happen like that, right? Let all the preparations Arjuna is doing. Now look at the Padavibhaga Anmaya. All of you are there now? Sarvam etat ritam. Ritam. Tagum satyam param brahmaramba ritam manye. Yat mam. Yan mam becomes yat mam. Then vadasi. He Keshava. So wants to personalize Bhagavan. Hey Keshava. That's why what? Keshava, Narayana. We start now after that. Hey Keshava. Na hi te Bhagavan Vyaktim Viduhu Devaha. Sarga is required. Na Danavaha. Clear? Is it becoming easier or difficult? The root first is Padavibhaga. If you are able to do that properly, then only you can go to Anvaya. You cannot do the other way around. Okay, clear? Okay, now look at the Anvaya. Hey Keshava. Manye Sarvam Etat Yed Vadasi Mam Ritam. Yed, where it come from? From Yan Mam. Clear? Break Yan Mam, Yat Mam, independently Yed. Clear? Yed Vadasi Mam. So far, okay? I'm checking progressively. Or should I repeat? Hey Keshava. Manye sarvam etat yedu vadasi mam ritam. First group. Okay, next. He na devaha na danavaha viduhu te vyaktim Bhagawan. Second group. Clear? So first group, Arjuna addressed Bhagavan as Keshava. So he thought, oh yeah, I probably didn't give enough respect. So he is Bhagavan. Clear? Huh? Look at the meaning. Hey Keshava. Who is Keshava? Hey Krishna. Manye. Manye. Manye means what? I consider. I consider. Sarvam etat. All this. What? All this around. Mahabharata war. Duryodhana. Karna. Everybody around. No? All that. All this what? Yadu vadasi mam. Which you are telling me. What is Bhagavan telling in this context? About his true nature, the supreme nature, the highest nature of the Ishvara Tattvam. Yadu vadasi mam. You are telling me. Clear, no? Arjuna is clear that Bhagavan is telling only him. Is Bhagavan addressing a class? No, only one Shishya. Look at Bhagavan's predicament. Supreme, if he is speaking, millions should listen. But what is happening? Only one person is listening. So, Yadu vadasi mam. That which you are telling me, Ritam. Ritam means true. So, Ritam Satyam. Ritam means true. First group. Second, he. Because, why? If I had accept somebody telling me as truth, implicitly, what could be the reason? Because nobody else knows that. Getting the point? If you are of the firm opinion that nobody else knows that particular subject, they don't accept what the person is telling as true. So he, because na devaha, neither the gods, na danavaha. So deva and danava. Now write down two words. Devaha means gods. Danavaha means demons, asuras. In Kannada, they say Manava, Danava. Like that. Manava is human being. Three levels, write down. Devaha, Danavaha, Manavaha. So three levels, three type of people are there. Okay. Now, na Danavaha, nor the demons. Bidu who? No. Te Vyaktim. Your manifestation, your real nature. Many times you tell other people, no, you really don't know who I am. You really don't know. I am such a great person. You all don't know really about me. So Arjuna is saying, no one knows really your manifestation. Hey Bhagavan. Bhagavan, hey Bhagavan, nobody knows you. So then he wants to continue. What is continuing? Buttering to get the ultimate question. He's going to point out to the final question. Sloka number 15. Arjuna uvacha swayamevatmanatmanam vethatvam purushottama bhuta bhavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate.
Arjuna uvacha स्वयमेवात्मनात्मानं वेत्तत्वं पुरुषोत्तम भूतभावनभूतेश देवदेव जगत्पते.
Very good, also good. Arjuna uvacha swayameva vethatvam purushottama bhuta bhavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate. Om shanti shanti shanti. So Arjuna is coming to various aspects of Bhagavan. Earlier he talked about what? You are eternal, you are divine, you are the primary God, you are birthless, all pervading, all those things in self of all that was told. They are all what? Subtle principles. Something more tangible he wants to mention about Bhagavan. What is that? Says that now what? Hey Krishna, now write in bracket a Supreme Brahman. You are the creator of all beings. Coming to the main point, right? Creator of all beings. Yatoba imani bhuta nijayante. Then sustainer of all beings. E najata nijivanti. So you are the creator of all beings, sustainer of all beings, and also the God of all gods. Deva Deva. So Deva means God of all gods. Means what? All gods finally are scared of the Supreme Brahman. Please, and a lot of mantras. When you study Katopanish, you'll understand all these things in more detail. Mantras are there. God of all gods. And also what? The protector of the universe. Why should God protect the universe? Every now and then, dharma goes down, adharma becomes what? More powerful, right? There's a sloka, you also remember. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So, continuously protects the universe, the protector of the universe. And so, since you are so multifaceted, right? Is Bhagavan only one aspect of Bhagavan? So many aspects, right? Is it possible to explain all the aspects of Bhagavan? Impossible. Nobody. That is why it is beyond all words. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. So, Arjuna finally saying, you alone know yourself. Nobody can know about you in totality. And even you can know yourself by your own mind, your own knowledge, your own intellect. That means what? See, if I have to see something which is very, very subtle, I'm trying to know. But what I will do, I will use a lens, telescope, something I'll use, no, binoculars, some external aid, right? Here, Arjuna is saying you can know about yourself only by your own self without any external help. That means what? Anything other than Bhagavan becomes alpam, write down. So that is the greatness of Bhagavan. Bhagavan doesn't need anything that you are creating. What he creates, he needs that, is it, as a help to do something? No. Creation is for people like us. So you alone can know about yourself importantly, not through any external help, by yourself. That means what? By your own self. All that very nicely praising, right? Arjuna, praising well or not? All the best compliment is giving. Look at the Padavibhaga Anvaya. At least what we can do, you'll understand through Padavibhaga Anvaya. Swayam eva at atmana. See, somewhere else the same atma, atmana, atmanam came. Can anybody locate the shloka? Swayam eva atmana atmanam vetha tvam he purushottama. Then Bhuta Bhavana. So all what? He Bhuta Bhavana. Don't put Visarga for all these things. He Bhuta Bhavana. Then He Bhutesha. No Visarga. He Bhutesha. He Deva Deva. He means what? Addressing. He Jagatpate. Uddhare Atmanatmanam. Very good. Atmanam Upasadaye. Good. Now, clear? Padavibhaga is clear for sloka number 15. Let's go Anmaya. Hey Purushottama. Now you see so many words. Hey Purushottama. Hey Bhuta Bhavana. I'm adding the word hey so that you all know it is a what? This is addressing. Okay. Sambodhana Vibhakti. Write down. Sanskrit Sambodhana Vibhakti. Hey Purushottama. Hey Bhuta Bhavana. Hey Bhutesha. Hey Deva Deva. Hey Jagatpate. Tvam Swayam Vetha Atmanam Atmana eva. Clear? Sometime back I asked somebody to put the what? The vibhakti for the word Atma. Correct? Na? Atman shabdaha nakaranta pullingaha Atman Atma Atmano Atmanaha. In that all that will come. Atmana will come. Atmanam will come. Okay? Good. Now look at the Anmaya is clear? Should I do again? Previously. Now. Meaning. Hey Purushottama. So Purushottama is what? We all studied one chapter. What is the chapter name? Earlier we studied Purushottama Yoga. Purushottama, the greatest among all beings. Hey Krishna, Purushottama. So whenever there are some difficulties, challenges, call out God's name. Don't shout no all the other unwanted words. Many people have the habit of no. Sundarama, I don't want to chant all those things, all that. Call out God's name. Hey Rama, Hey Krishna, Hey Bhagavan, Purushottama. All that. Purushottama. So, Hey Purushottama, Hey Krishna. Bhuta Bhavana. Bhuta Bhavana. Here Bhuta means what? Living beings. Bhavana means manifestation. So, the creator of all beings is called Bhuta Bhavana. Clear? Bhuta Bhavana. This word has come earlier in Bhagavad Gita. Bhuta Bhavana. Then Bhutesha. So, Bhutanam Ishaha iti Bhutesha. Hey Bhutesha. That means what? Who is the Lord of all beings? So, sustainer. Who sustains everybody. Bhutesha. Sustainer of all beings. Also the Lord of all beings. Okay. Then, Deva Deva. Hey Deva Deva. Nah. That is why wonderful song is there. Deva Deva Kalayamite. Nice song, right? Deva Deva, God of all gods. Okay. And Jagatpate, and the protector of the entire universe. No, Jagatpati. So is the protector of the entire universe. Jagatpate. Tvam Swayam Vetha. Tvam, you. Swayam, you alone. Vetha. Vetha means no. Verbal form of with. With to know. Vetha, no. Verbal form. Okay. Tvam swayam vetha. You alone know. About what? Atmanam. About yourself. What I told. Nobody can explain who the real Bhagavan is. You alone know yourself. Atmana eva. Atmana means what? Atmana is which vibhakti? Tritiya vibhakti. By yourself. Now take a step back, understand what Arjuna is trying to hint. Bhagavan has explained his supreme nature, which is very subtle, impossible to grasp immediately. At the same time, what is the goal of life? The goal of life is to know the supreme. Brahmavit param apnoti. Brahmavida apnoti param. Since it is difficult to know Brahman or the Supreme as what? Ashabdamasparsham, as unmanifest, nameless, formless, colorless, tasteless. What is the next best we can do? We can know Bhagavan in his various manifestations. Are you understanding now? Step by step process. First step, understand Bhagavan through various manifestations. You're all doing now. Today we are trying not to know Bhagavan, but at least doing puja to Bhagavan in various manifested forms. Yes or no? There's nothing wrong with that. Please understand. It's beginning step only. You are doing Sri Ramachandra, Ramanavami, Krishna Janmashtami. No puja to Surya Bhagavan. Just now we had Makara Shankaranti, right? Doing, worshipping Bhagavan, various manifested forms. So from manifest to unmanifest, from name to nameless, from form to formless, from sound to silence, from known to unknown. So Arjuna is saying, let me first get a grip of the manifestations are what? Physically cognizable by my sense organs is coming to that. And so he's saying that you can know about yourself by yourself, but we are all mere mortals, human beings. We need a way to recognize you. We need a way to what? Find out the real supreme through the known. You'll come to that in the next class on Saturday morning. Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Tatsate Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta Sanmangalani Bhavantu Hari Om Narayana. So if you download the ebooks or if not downloaded, we'll now go and revise with the ebook in the next class. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana.